Hey everybody, how is it going? Welcome to this week's hashtag Lockboss show and giveaway. Well, of course, we're going to be going over the posts of the week, the comments of the week, as well as Locksmith Trivia Hardware Edition. And of course, we're going to be announcing this week's 5 Lockboss winners. I have to say, as peeking in the chats there for a minute. I'm sorry, as I was reading a few of the comments are funny. Okay, so good stuff. So everybody, welcome. It is May. I hope everyone is doing well. I've seen all the different temperatures everyone was saying. So up here in Idaho right now, it's 54 degrees. And it's actually, if I was able to turn my camera around and show you straight out this window in the studio here, through the next window to the outdoors, I have there's secondary waterfront. Well, I have secondary window front going on around here. And I tell you what, it looks really nice out, even though it's only 54 degrees. But anyways, of course, any of you who are drinking Topo Chico with me today, cheers to you all. And well, hey, we should get the party started. We're going to have some fun. Of course, we got some hardware trivia, right? So we've done some basic, locksmith trivia. We've done some automotive trivia. And then now I'm going to do some hardware trivia. Now, I want to warn you, once again, we're going to have 5 questions. All right. And I tried to mix it up a little bit. Hopefully, there's going to be a few that you'll find pretty easy. A few maybe that if you haven't been around doing any sort of hardware type work, they might be a little tricky. And then I added an extra one in just for fun, just to see if I could get a couple of you. Okay. So that's the only warning you're going to get from me about that today. But I hope you all enjoy. And by the way, right before we were going live, I just noticed that they posted a YouTube short video. And I don't know if you guys have been seeing those, but I forgot to a week or two ago bring up that weird one on the pinning kit with the eyes. That's some funky stuff, man. So I keep trying to figure out who exactly is making all these shorts around there, because they are not me. So you're gonna have to check out the one today. Tell me what you think. I thought it was pretty funny. I actually talked to Joey, who's in that, and I'm like, "Hey, Joey, nice one, man." And he's like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "The short that you did." And he's like, "They just told me to sit down and read this, say this, and that's it. They didn't tell me what it was for." So, that's my type of humor right there. I like it. But all right, so let's go ahead and have some fun here. Let's bring up the slides. I'll try not to get a little crazy with the slides like last week and give away a few of the winners. But all right, here we go. Let's do this. All right, post of the week. Look at this. I didn't lock my keys in the car. The keys locked me out of the car. That actually makes a lot of sense to me. I don't know why, but it definitely makes a lot of sense. And something, have you guys seen these before? This is something after live's over, I need to ask. Are we making some of these, or are these just found on the internet? I'll have to ask and see, but they're very clever and it definitely makes sense. And I mean, who doesn't love Jim Carrey? Is that from Ace Ventura picture? I wonder what movie that picture's from. That's what it seems to me. I don't know. We'll see. Let's keep it going here. All right. Next up, this is a picture from Christopher H. He says, "Integration of the winnings into the mix. Thanks again for the information supplied in your videos. Priceless to me." Well, hey, Christopher, honestly, I'm glad you find use in them. And I have to say, I love seeing that Lockboss sweatshirt, the same one I actually have on right now. And Lockboss sticker. I see a bunch of cylinders there. Looks like a bunch of mortar cylinders going on. That's good stuff. Good stuff. Cool little lamp up there too. Oil or some sort of I don't know exactly, but that is pretty cool. So Christopher, thank you for sending that in. All right, next up we have comment of the week. So let's see what it is. All right, from the statistic picker. There we go. So it says, man, just a lock sport enthusiast, but would love to justify this purchase. I'm trying to go down the road of locksmithing, which I'm finding is difficult in my state, Washington. Hey, we're neighbors. How cool. Hopefully things will start coming together for me. I'm at the finding out where to get trained and training I need to get my foot in the door. Anyways, this is a goal to own. Lockboss. Cool. Great comment there. The statistic picker. Yeah, I mean, I think honestly we've talked so much, and we'll continue to talk so much about this. The simple fact that there is not a direct path into this industry, and we found that people come from all different types of occupations or interest, lock sport or IT or handyman style work, all sorts of different ways to get in here into this industry. And it's tough. It's hard to break in, I think you just have to keep trying. You have to just keep trying to grow your knowledge base on what you have. Be sure to ask questions to everyone in the Lockboss community. And yeah, it's tough. It is tough. And that's partly why we're here right now, and why we do what we do, is to help get people into this business. It's needed. It's needed badly. So thanks for the question. And by the way, yeah, the KX one, the Key Express, it's a pretty cool machine. All right, let's keep it going here. All right, it is trivia time. Is everyone ready for this? Is everyone ready for this? So what we'll do here, I'll do the same format, all right? So I'm going to be, I'll read the question. I'll give you a few moments, and then I'll tell you what the answer is, all right? So are we ready? Here we go. Okay, Ed says, yeah, Dumber and that memes from Dumber and Dumber, that picture. Very good. Very good. Thank you for that. I actually really like that movie too. Let's see here. All right, here we go. First question. All right, question number 1. Is this a rim or vertical rod exit device? So I'll give you a minute to think. So you have to either pick rim or vertical rod. All right. Hopefully that's enough time there. So the answer is that is a rim exit device. Now, if you didn't know the answer to that, pretty much the easiest way to that's a giveaway, which I really wanted to ask a different way, but I wanted to be nice, which is the vertical rod, right? So when there's a rod, when you see a rod that's either going up or going down or both, that's going to be a vertical rod. Otherwise, this is a rim device because you can see where the latch mechanism is right there on the left. That goes into kind of like a normal device, the same way like a normal lock would work. All right. So, all right. I can see a bunch of you got the answer right. I see George Blair getting technical, just needs rods installed for the kit. Yes, but as it sits, is that a rim or a vertical? Good stuff. All right. Here we go. Question number 2. Okay, so what type of cam is needed on the back of this mortise cylinder? Now, I'm referring to, if you look at that glass aluminum style front door, you're going to see the cylinder that's right between the handles there. I probably should have zoomed in on that a little bit. But essentially, when you look at a door like this, just your standard storefront door, what cam is on the back of the mortise cylinder? Now, why is that important? Well, it's going to be important that if you're going to be switching out the cylinder, or if you're going to be replacing the cylinder, maybe with a different keyway, something like that, you always need to kind of know and have what type of cam is going to be used to make sure you're prepared when you do the job. So and I'm sorry, it looks like my text got a little messed up here on the answer. So the first one is A, then B, C, D, and E. Excuse me. So I'll give you a minute to choose. I apologize. That A is way out of line there for some reason. And I'll give you a minute here. I see a bunch of answers in the comments. And the answer is B. So that B one there is going to be the Adams Wright cam, which is going to be found on those style doors. The reason it's called Adams Wright most of the time is because the OEM lock manufacturer is called Adams Wright. So Adams Wright's an actual company. It's an Assa Abloy company. And that's just kind of the term. The code for that you always want to look out for is AR. Now, sometimes, okay, let's just talk about it for a minute. Let's go a little deeper here. If you look at the very far right, you'll see E, okay? Now, that cam a lot of times can be mistaken for the AR cam, but in a emergency, I've done it myself or two, you'll find that cam and you can just cut that sucker down a little bit. Sucker, that's a technical term in this case. And yeah, so it is B, that's the Adams Wright. All right, on to the next question here. Let's see. Oops, sorry, man, I double clicked it here. I almost gave something away there. All right, so question number 3. This lock has a Schlage C cylinder in it. This is actually a Schlage lock you're looking at there. The customer has a Sargent LA S22 key. Can you just replace the cylinder or do you need to install a new lock that has the Sargent S22? In other words, do we need to take that Schlage lock off the door and put a Sargent lock on that has the S22 keyway, or can we just replace the cylinder? We'll give you a minute there. All right, so the answer is that you can just replace the cylinder. When it comes to commercial hardware, you can just you can buy replacement cylinders and just replace them. Now, let's, for extra credit, what is the cylinder called? What's there's a couple different terms that are commonly used in the industry, and what are the cylinders called? Even bonus points if you know the GMS part number. So I'll give you a minute there to answer. All right, looks like we got a lot of answers in there. Yes, okay, all right, I like it. All right, so yes, so the cylinder is commonly called either a key and knob or a key and lever or just like a KIK, one of those terms. And they're all referring to essentially the same thing. And that is when it comes to commercial lock hardware, grade 1, grade 2, 99.9% of hardware out there, or maybe 98%, a large percentage, okay, is always going to copy the Schlage original design. And so that's why even like an Arrow or a trying to think of other names here all of a sudden, but all of the different commercial hardware, okay, that's out there, Schlage, even Arrow, Sargent, whatever it might be, okay, they all essentially mimic that Schlage original design on the actual cylinder there. So yeah. Now, as far as the part number goes, all right. So yeah, we see the 1539 you could use, 15 or a 1559. You can use the or the K001 is the cylinder, the part number for GMS. So, all right, here we go. Next question. Good job on that one, everyone. Let's see here. Question number 4. What is this used for? Any guesses? You know, growing up as a kid, I like to watch the this old house. So they always had to ask the question, was always fun, right? I don't know if you've seen that, where everyone sits around the table and they have some weird object and talk about it. That's what I thought when I saw this one here. So give you guys a few minutes to answer. And I tell you what, if you don't know what this is, you're going to be pleasantly surprised when you know what it is. And I guarantee you're going to find it useful as well. All right. Okay, so the answer is, and I see a lot of you have got it correct, it's a thimble strike, or sometimes known as a thumb strike. I'm guessing because you can put your thumb in it, all right? But the technical term is a thimble strike. Now, if you don't know what this is used for, I'll give you a really quick example, okay? So now, typically, when you were to install a deadbolt on a wooden jamb, after you would drill your hole for where the latch goes in, at that point, you would mortise out around where the strike plate would go. And then you would, recess that strike plate in, make it look nice and pretty, and you'd be done, right? Well, in metal door applications, okay, so like in a commercial type setting, and there's a metal door frame, well, you can't take your chisel out and just chisel it in, right? Doesn't work. So you pretty much have two options at this point. One option is that you can cut out, okay, you can mark it and you can cut it out, and like we sell these little major adapters that you screw on, and then you can screw the strike plate to it. That is an option, a good one, depending on the situation. Or the other option is you just, in that 1-inch hole that you just got done drilling, you just push this in. Now, typically you're going to have to, it'll go most of the way. You can see towards the top, you're going to see like there's the little push out pieces here, so it doesn't wiggle around. So you'll get it there, kind of maybe put a piece of like a piece of wood on there, and hit it with a hammer and pop it all the way in. And then there's a screw that goes in there where you can screw it in to the back, to the framing. So it's a great, depending on the situation, having some of these thimble strikes in your possession when you're going out and doing deadbolt installations on commercial doors, depending on the application, these can be a great thing to have. So, yep, seeing some comments in there. Yep, Roger, I'm with you. It'd be nice if they made it out of stainless steel, which is cool. Yep, painted some of them. Yeah, they're really good. They're really good. So this isn't the only option, and I'm not saying this is what you should use on every application, but this is something that you want to keep in mind, okay? It's one of those, I put another piece of, just another tool in your toolbox, depending on what you're working on. So, all right. So last but not least, question number 5. Here we go. Is this a cassette lock or mortise lock? Is that a cassette or a mortise lock? We have any guesses out there? This is the question I've been waiting for too, just for fun. But let's see here. Give you a minute for some answers. All right, so the answer to question number 5, is this a cassette lock or a mortise lock? And the answer technically is that it is a mortise lock. However, the reason I want to talk about this is so many people out there actually refer to these locks as cassette locks. And at first I was really confused until I remembered, right, that if you really think about that lock, if you take the stuff off of it, you're literally like sliding it in like a cassette into like a, what do you call it? VHS, or your tape in your car, that type of thing. So that's kind of where that comes from, right? So of course it is a mortise lock, but you might run into a situation where someone's talking about a cassette lock. And I'll be honest with you, but for the longest time, I was like, man, I have no idea what a cassette lock is. This is confusing, right? But that's what it is. So mortise lock, technical term. Your Urban Dictionary term might be cassette lock. There you go. So that's a fun one. It's kind of a trick one, but yeah, I hope you guys found that helpful. So that is the 5 questions of trivia today. I would love to know what you think of them next time, right? When we do a hardware edition, you want me to go harder, right? You have to let me know. I'll get it. I'll go as difficult as you want. But of course, I really want to know in the comments, not in the chat, but in the comments, I want to know how well you did. Did you get 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 3 out of 5? I'd love to know. So very cool. Those are some fun ones. All right. So, all right, here we go. Let's keep it going and on to the giveaway winners. All right, here we go. What to do? Okay, let's get on the same page here. What to do if you win? Email us your shipping info to sales@CLKsupplies.com or call us at 848, or I'm sorry, or call us at 800-848-6989, and we'll send your gifts soon. Now, how do you win? Comment on our videos with the hashtag Lockboss. Winners will be chosen from comments from the previous week's videos. So that's how you do it. Sorry, I was reading some, trying to read comments and read at the same time. It didn't work out too well for me. But, and of course, if you're liking the lives, make sure you always hit that like button. We appreciate it because Google or our friends at YouTube like when that happens. So, all right, here we go. This week's winners. Winner number 1 is G Keyman 565. G Keyman 565. Congratulations. Here we go. Winner number 2 this week is Ed Paradis. Ed, congratulations. Very cool. Winner number 3 this week is Nate Godin. Nate, congratulations. Very cool. Winner number 4 this week is Willard 102. Willard 102, congratulations. And last but not least, winner number 5 this week is Mahoney's Lock and Alarm. Mahoney's Lock and Alarm, congratulations. How cool is that? All right. Now, of course, this month we got going on a new promo, and it is orders over $432.10. I don't know how they came up with that number. Will be eligible to add the Lockboss Premier Polo to their cart for free. So I know so many of you already seen this and have already purchased it. We've been seeing those orders come in like crazy for it. So thank you for that. Well, that's what we have for this week. So how about that, man? I love trivia myself. You know, it's fun coming up with those questions. I tell you what, I was pretty pumped up for that Dimple Strike and then the cassette lock question. But yeah, well, everybody, I hope you all are having a good week so far. And hopefully the weather where you're at starts getting good. I can't wait until I don't have to wear a sweatshirt and get some of those UV rays headed my way. So everybody, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for commenting on the videos. We have some good ones coming up. I really appreciate the support and the love you guys give on the different videos we've been coming out with. We've been trying to get more and more creative, keep pushing that envelope, and I appreciate all of you who are watching. So thank you very much. Have a good evening, and we will see you same place, same time next week. All right, take care.